Hello, I'm Brandy Stanley, and this is my case study on parental apathy. First, the problem identification and analysis. What I know is that Mrs. Rose is a new assistant principal, and her principal hasn't been very supportive of her ideas for parental involvement, and he actually believes that getting parents involved might make things worse. The principal would consider forming a parents' advisory group, and a meeting has been scheduled on parent involvement. Some additional information, the invitation to parents went home with students, and only 8 parents attended the first meeting. The principal was not in favor of proceeding with the meeting because of the low turnout. What I would like to know is, did the notes actually make it home to parents? I'm not sure what level this school building is, but I know sometimes when my little ones bring notes home, I don't see them until a day or two later. So hopefully they've sent things home far enough in advance. Then were there other activities scheduled the same night of the parent meeting? It would be interesting to know if there were some conflicts, and that might be why parents were not able to attend. And then I would like to know if parents would be interested in being involved if there was a more specific goal than just generally being interested in parent involvement. Further, will the principal allow efforts to continue despite his concerns? And then, are there obstacles from the past to overcome that maybe he hasn't mentioned or hasn't shared with the assistant principal? Identification of the problem. I believe that it's not exactly parent apathy that we're dealing with. I believe that more specifically that either the principal is not feeling comfortable with the parent involvement aspect of his work, or he's just been burned in the past and is not very likely to seek out input, because of something that has happened in the past. But it's my feeling that parents deserve to be informed and involved in their child's education. And so I believe the problem is addressing that goal and moving forward with a plan for parent involvement. My proposed plan. First, I would go ahead and conduct the meeting. I would thank those who did attend for their interest in being involved, and then I would share with them what I would like to gain from the participation and what their children gain by having them involved in the school. I would like to know what they want to get out of the meeting. What was their intent on attending? And then maybe giving suggestions on what I might present the next time. I could bring teachers in to present on what they're doing in their classes and share some information with parents that way. I would keep things positive. I would encourage parents to bring others the next time. And then I would find out if there are any barriers to attending the meetings. Maybe they know of friends who weren't able to be there for specific reasons, and then I would address those. Then step 2, I would schedule additional meetings. I would set a focus. Parents need to know why they should come attend the meeting. You don't want to just say generally for parent involvement's sake, let them know their children are more successful when they're involved, but then determine goals and set up an agenda for the meetings, a purpose for the meeting so they know what they're coming to and what they're going to be involved in. And then I would send notice of meetings home in a variety of ways: email, text, a physical note home, post on social media. I wouldn't rely on students to deliver a note home. At my level, I'm at junior high, and we're not in the habit of sending notes home, and so then kids do forget them if we send something to be hand delivered. And then, of course, make sure to translate for speakers of other languages so that everyone is welcome to attend and is informed. So again, I would set an agenda. I would provide a light meal just in case that's something that might hinder someone from coming. And then provide childcare. At our school, we have student organizations that can come in and watch younger children so their parents can focus. And then step 3, I would schedule future opportunities for parental involvement. I would continue the monthly meetings kind of as an advisory council for those people who want to be involved in that aspect, but then just fun ways to get people through the doors to see what we're doing so we could showcase things for them. So a back to school open house, that may have to wait until the following year in this case study situation, but then an art walk, music concerts, coffee with a counselor to just share how we're addressing social emotional standards, family game night, donuts with dad and muffins with mom are things that we can do with our reading program to share a snack and read together with a parent. Resolving the issues. I think it's important to be careful with how you proceed with your projects. I would hope to continue on with my plan for parental involvement and community involvement, but do so in a way that is respectful towards the principal and checking in to make sure that you're not stepping on toes, but it might be a relief to him to really be excited about what you're doing and to move forward in an area that maybe is out of his comfort zone. And then sharing results, sharing survey results, perhaps that you're showing that parents involved in schools is really helpful for students, for the community, and for the school. And my thoughts, feelings, and values. I would have been a bit intimidated to start without the principal's approval. The vice principal stepped forward and was interested in starting a program, and hopefully the principal is going to come on board. So while I would be hesitant, I would go forward, and knowing that this is the best thing to do for students, as long as you have that goal in mind, you really can't go wrong. If you know that this is best practice and you know that this is what's best for your students and your family and your community, then you have to go forward with it. So like I said, being careful to be respectful, being careful to check in and ask permission for certain things, but going forward with doing what's right for students. So I value parent participation at whatever level, and I think kids get excited when their parents come through the door and they can show what they've been doing in school, when parents can meet the teachers that they see and work with every day. I just think it's a positive all the way around. The unresolved issues just have to do with continuing on with the parent involvement plan, not letting one meeting kind of fizzle out, and not letting a principal who is not strong in this area make things kind of go by the wayside just because it's not a strength for him. So keeping in mind student impact and future success, and then knowing that you might have to sell the principal on your goals and ideas until he sees the successes himself. So component 1, parents or students who have involved parents in the school are more successful academically. I invited parents to be involved at meetings at school to share student successes, and I let parents know that I value their input. I demonstrated care and concern for students when I invited their parents to be involved in the educational process. By providing a meal for families during the meeting, I'm showing concern for their personal well-being, and I removed any barriers to attending the meeting so that all families had an opportunity to be involved. Sharing concerns show that I do value their opinions. Sharing information with parents and stakeholders within this format is helpful to create a better atmosphere for working together. I'll make information available in multiple languages to meet the needs of all families. Parents are a vital component to their child's academic success, and we want to share that. So whether it's in a newsletter format or a message to them, inviting them to a meeting, we want to keep sending that message out that we value them, we value their input, and not just when we're doing a canned food drive and we want them to send things to school. We value their continued connection with our school. At the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is the positive involvement of parents. Thank you for watching.